Shambala Bracelet. Today, I am going to show you a unique way of making a bracelet with macrame knots and beads. These are called the Shambala bracelets, which are very famous among college kids. They are also worn as friendship bands. So let me show you how to make one. Let's get started. Objectives. At the end of the session, you will be able to identify the tools and materials needed to make a Shambhala bracelet. Make a Shambhala bracelet. The only tool that you would need to make a Shambhala bracelet is a pair of scissors. Next, let's see the materials that you will require to make the Shambhala bracelet. The materials are silk cord, steel beads with big holes, glue, sellotape, and beading mat. Now let's see the steps to make the Shambhala bracelet. Step 1. Spread the beading mat. At the outset, spread the beading mat on the working table. Step 2. Take 2 silk cords and attach them to the beading mat in a T shape. Cut a silk cord that is 20 inches long. Leave 6 inches of the silk cord and at that point, secure it to the beading mat with a sellotape. Then, cut another silk cord that is 40 inches long. Take the midpoint of this cord and tie it to the taped cord near the sellotape with a simple knot. You have 2 attached silk cords in a T shape, one horizontal and the other vertical. Step 3. Make the macrame knot pattern. As you can see here, the vertical cord divides the horizontal cord into 2 parts. We will now work with these 2 parts of the horizontal cord to make the macrame knot pattern. Start by taking the left part of the horizontal cord and place it in a U shape above the vertical cord. Next, take the right part of the horizontal cord, pass it under the intersection of the horizontal and the vertical cords, and bring it out through the U-shaped loop. Tighten this knot. Repeat this process on the right side as well. This forms one macrame knot. Make 10 such macrame knots. Slip in 1 steel bead through the vertical cord. Continue making 4 more macrame knots. At this point, there might be a confusion as to which side to start from. No worries. It is pretty simple. Whichever side the thread is coming from under the knot, that is the side you start the U-shaped loop. Step 4. Make a pattern of 1 steel bead and 4 macrame knots. Once you finish making the 4 macrame knots, pass the next steel bead through the vertical cord. Then again make 4 more macrame knots. Continue this pattern of 1 steel bead and 4 macrame knots till you have 5 steel beads in the bracelet. You can make Shambhala bracelets of any number of beads and different colored cords. Step 5. Make 10 more macrame knots. When this is finished, make 10 more similar macrame knots to end the pattern. Step 6. Put glue on the last knot and cut off the excess cord. Now put a dab of glue on the last macrame knot. Then cut off the excess horizontal cord on both the sides. Again leave 6 inches of the vertical cord just as you left in the beginning, and at that point cut off the excess thread of the vertical cord. Step 7. Overlap ends of the vertical cord to form a circle. Now overlap the two ends of the vertical cord to form a circle. Step 8. Make the adjustable band with macrame knots. Cut another piece of silk cord 12 inches long. Place it horizontally on top of the overlapped vertical cord and tie the two ends of the horizontal cord with a simple knot 1 inch away from the previously made macrame knots. Following the earlier macrame knot pattern, make 12 more similar macrame knots. Now put a dab of glue on the last macrame knot. Then cut off the excess horizontal cord on both the sides. Step 9. Tie steel bead to the vertical cord with simple knots and put glue over it. Now take one steel bead and slip it through one of the vertical cord ends, and leaving 1 inch, tie this bead with two simple knots. Put a dab of glue on the knot. Cut off the excess silk cord. Repeat this on the other side of the vertical cord as well. This is how you adjust the bracelet to your size. With that, we have come to the end of this session. Let's recall what we have learnt. We learnt how to make a Shambhala bracelet. Let's review its basic steps. Step 1. Spread the beading mat. Step 2. Take two silk cords and attach them to the beading mat in a T shape. Step 3. Make the macrame knot pattern. Step 4. Make a pattern of 1 steel bead and 4 macrame knots. Step 5. Make 10 more macrame knots. Step 6. Put glue on the last knot and cut off the excess cord. Step 7. Overlap ends of the vertical cord to form a circle. Step 8. Make the adjustable band with macrame knots. Step 9. Tie steel bead to the vertical cord with simple knots and put glue over it. You have now learned how to make a Shambhala bracelet.